Okay, all right. So we have a really huge free Britney update. Like this is like I'm like shaking. I'm like shaking. This is like just a lot. There's a lot to uncover. There's a lot to unpack. So yesterday we saw Britney Spears was seen leaving the Thousand Oaks Police Department, which is like so scary and so weird because like what is happening inside that she went to report it because we know she hasn't been allowed out of her house. She hasn't been allowed to make friends. Like this was all stuff we knew before today's hearing where Britney got to speak, but that was like troublesome unto itself. Now hearing today's Britney's words out of her mouth and her saying that they switched medications on her. They forced medication on her. She was involuntarily hospitalized in 2019. She's scared. She thinks no one will believe her because everyone has now made this like Britney's crazy, Britney's under conservatorship thing. So she's scared. She's like, I didn't think anybody would believe me. And the fact is that you could tell she was scared when the court was like, I need you to slow down. She sped up so much more because there's a lot riding on this conservatorship ending. One, the judge could say, nope, you're stuck in this conservatorship, which is completely crazy. Like someone needs to contact a politician, get Joe Biden involved, President Joe Biden, like get this reformed. Like there needs to be a conservatorship reform act. Conservatorships are put in place for people that need help to manage their finances or can't perform day-to-day activities, which Britney was like, they try to say I had dementia and it's so clear that sorry, there's someone, sorry, I'm having like a little bit of a panic attack, sorry. It was a phone call and I needed to get it, but anyways, this is like more important right now. Britney, they tried to say that she had dementia, like at the beginning of the conservatorship, why she went into the conservatorship, but she was able to perform a Vegas show. She was able to go on tour. She herself today said, oh my God, I feel like seriously nobody wants me to make this video. Like I'm telling you, I've tried to start and stop this like so many times. Like it's insane. Oh my God. I'm like worried for Britney because I love her. I love her so much. Like I love her so much. Like I literally was like thinking in my head just through all of this, like I wish I could just like be her friend, like nothing with social media, nothing. And I know so many people feel that way. I'm sure that's why we're also passionate about this, but like Britney was able to perform. And I think on a different level too. And I think like a lot of people can relate to this, like someone like giving you the wrong medication, someone forcing you to take medication you don't want to, like knowing that medication is not right for you. She specifically spoke about lithium and like, I was on lithium too, and like she said it like made her feel drunk, and I just remember feeling the exact same way and thinking I shouldn't be on it, and my doctor like would not take me off. I had to like switch doctors to like take me off it the right way. I have a whole medication thing going on right now too, just so you guys know. I started a new medication at the end of May. A lot of people have been tweeting me like it takes 6 weeks to kick in and stuff like that, not knowing that like all these side effects that I've been feeling lately might be because like I'm not handling this medication well. Anyways, I feel so bad for Britney because then she's talking about her involuntary hold in 2019, and that's actually when I was 5150 when I was involuntarily put on a hospitalization too. And it's kind of like the worst thing in there because like they don't help you. They do force medication on you. They do not help you. They do not provide you any sort of services outside of like getting released. Like you get released and like it's up to you to do it, but like inside you just color. Like I just colored the whole time, and like they got drugs and you're in there, and like obviously too she's really known, they check in on you with a flashlight, male, female, all stuff. Like it's so scary. Sorry, I'm like having a moment with this. It just sucks because if the conservatorship ends, like it just takes a while for it to end, and if it doesn't, then she's stuck in there forever. Like I really do think like politicians need to be involved for real. Like there needs to be a reform law like ASAP, like to be able to prove, like I don't know how people can't see that she was able to take care of herself all that time, and now they make everyone think that she's crazy, where she's so scared that nobody will even believe her because of her past and the stuff that they put out and the stuff she put out, that she had to lie and say she was okay when everyone could clearly tell she wasn't answering questions. And now we know that she wasn't okay. Like it's from her own mouth, but she's coherent. Yes, she's speaking fast, but she's coherent, and it sucks. Like another big thing was like, this is a woman's body issue, right? They're not letting her take out her IUD. There's so many reasons where you need to take that out, whether it's you want to have a baby, like she said she does. She wants to have a baby, wants to get married, but they won't allow her. Like that's not what a conservatorship is in place for. Like a conservatorship place is not in place for you to control someone's life, to keep them from living their life, from having a baby, from getting married. It's so not fair. And that is like a woman's body issue. This is someone like regulating. This is like whoever is in charge of the conservatorship right now. We're thinking Jamie, because Jamie, all he had to say in court was like, I miss my daughter. You're switching medications on her. You're maybe mismedicating her. Like this is just, I was in a free Britney group chat, and I wish I could have participated, and I didn't know how to get my microphone thing on Twitter, but like all those people just have so much like support and love for Britney. So I know other people like are feeling this too, but could you imagine being like trapped for 13 years, like from 27 to 30 just or 40, to just knowing people are making money off of you? Like, she's coherent enough to know that people are using her, that are using her for money, making money that it won't end. And now they won't let her take out a contraceptive device, like, you know, because of fear she might get pregnant. And like, it could be damaging her body. Her medication could be damaging her brain, like internally, like it could keep her from having kids long term. Like, her Britney whisper, like, it's not technical difficulties when they try to say it's technical difficulties. Like, there's other forces that are like in her life, like trying to stop this from happening. Like, there's other people, like the attorney being like, well, we need to have a care plan. And Britney's like, well, a care plan that I agree to, because none of this has been consented to by Britney, which is like a really dangerous thing. And I have to echo the sentiments that I did hear in that Twitter chat and in Twitter in general, is like, if this was a male, like, she wouldn't even be under the conservatorship, because we let people have their breakdowns or their episodes, you know, Kanye West, you know, people that like Chris Brown just did another, like, that's an actual like abuse situation. Like how is she under like lock and key when there's like men with mental illness and stuff it's actually so scary, because how the media has portrayed Britney for so long, and how people see Britney as like, Britney's crazy, or Britney's this, and Britney's mentally ill, when in reality she's just stuck and trapped. You know, I don't know her issues. I don't know her if she has mental health issues. I don't know her physical health issues. Like, I'm obviously not a doctor or a friend or any of that, but like, she could be just a really trapped soul. She said it herself. She doesn't cry. She cries every day. She can't sleep. She's angry. Like, she's a prisoner. She's literally a prisoner for no reason. She was perfectly capable of performing and doing tours and doing Vegas shows. You know, Britney, in one of her my prerogative, you know, they can take everything away from me, but they can never take away my truth. Like, that's what Britney's saying, and that is so freaking true. I hope Britney keeps speaking her truth, and I hope people see it and protect her. I hope somebody's protecting her. Like, I did see Sam wearing like a Free Britney shirt. It's like, the whole thing gives me like chills, and I get really scared. I get scared for her. Because I know how people see things, right? Like, I know if she was involuntarily put into a mental hospital like I was, like, people only see you as that. People will drag that up and be like, well, you went to a mental hospital. It's like, there's so much, like, I should never have even gone. I should never have been admitted to one. Not once, twice, 3 times. You know, I should never have been. They literally took something that I didn't even say and put me in there. And it's like, that's my MO for the rest of my life. Anyways, you know, I saw Sam wearing a Free Britney shirt, and I hope and pray that he's at least there as a friend. Like, I don't know their relationship either. Like, she did call him her boyfriend. She wants to drive in the car with her boyfriend, and I really hope he, you know, I do know he's looking out for her best interest, and I really hope he's like watching her and like protecting her and like speaks his truth. And I hope Britney's not scared to keep speaking her truth, because what does she go home to after that? Like, why was she whispering like, it's not technical difficulties? Like, the way she is speeding up the panic, you know, the anxiety, like, this may not work out in my favor, and if it does work out, like, is it even in my favor? Like, will I still be in harm's way? I think the whole thing is awful, and I'm really, really upset about it. And I think the only thing we can all do is just keep making noise. It was trending on Twitter, but I really do think like politicians need to get involved. Like, this is a really this is a big issue, but there are bigger issues, because people besides Britney, people who don't get the public attention, like, are probably sometimes wrongfully trapped into a conservatorship because of how people can control and manipulate a situation. Britney also said that she just wants the conservatorship to end without evaluation. Like, that alone says that there are people like controlling the situation, controlling things around her, because you can pay people to say whatever. If she gets evaluated and tells the court she's not like suited for that, like, that's it. Like, there needs to be reform. And I feel like, not to sound dramatic, but the only way to do that is like through the president, through some political thing where it's just like that she's just pardoned, because like, it's so clear she's coherent. She's so clear she can take care of herself. And it needs to be someone besides her father and her family, who she said she wished she could sue all her family. Like, that's Britney Spears. If you've been a Britney fan for a long time, you know her family was like, she was a family girl. Like, she loved her family. Like, they were always with her around, you know, like, I saw her mom when I did the backstage tour at her Vegas shows. Like, you know, she's a family girl. So for her to say that and, like, turn around that she wants to sue all of them, like, that's a big statement coming from someone who's so family oriented. I like love Britney on like a whole other level, which I know so many people do. I like, that's why she is who she is. Like, obviously, besides being talented and dancing, and she's like freaking strong, you know, like she's strong. She's been through, like, she's been ridiculed so much for such pointless shit. And she's been silent for so long, and I was so happy that she got like her voice today, but like, and people are supporting her, which is like the best thing, but it's just so scary when there's like money involved and this control. Like, they can control so many aspects of this. They had to cut off the audio, the court recording, because people were like live tweeting it and they didn't want that. But Britney wanted a public hearing. Like, Britney was like, I want everyone to know, I want people to know, and I don't want the people who did this to me to get away with it. Like, she had nothing to hide. She wanted everyone to hear everything she said. And I just hope she's safe. I pray she's safe. I don't want to see anything happen to her. And I just feel sad that this happens probably to a lot more people than we realize, and that even mental hospitals are a joke. Like, they need to be rethinking. I'm not talking about like mental care facilities or like rehabs. I'm talking about like mental hospitals that they just like force you into going. Like, I didn't want to go. Like, I didn't want to go. I didn't say anything to go the second time, third time, first time, okay. But like, they don't help you. Like, they really do. Like, it's really like tormented if you're like not meant to be there, like to take medication that you're not supposed to take. Like, they're awful. And none of it's fair. And I just really think that we need to make more of a noise, more of a stink. Like, tweet. I saw people tweeting Joe Biden, like tweet Joe Biden, tweet, you know, our local politicians. I live really close to where Britney lives, and it's like, I don't like, there has to be something more. There has to be something more we can do. And all I know is just like make noise about it, because like, it works. We've seen it happen with Justice last year, you know, for all the social injustices going on in the world. And I feel like this is a big one, and I feel like Britney needs our help, and I feel like there's a lot of Britney stans and a lot of even non-Britney stans that just support her, and I think like we need to like make more noise about it. So I'm gonna go. I'm like so upset by it all, and I feel for her, and I pray for her, and I know I hope she'll get through this and like be strong. And if Britney ever sees this, I love you, Britney, so much. Like, you like changed my life. And I knew it was always more than just like you being beautiful and singing and being talented and dancing and like funny. Like, I knew it was beyond that. Like, I know you're like this like soul that's also like, and a lot of people feel that's not just, you know, obviously me, but like, you're a soul that's been like scrutinized and like wrongly judged, and you persevere, and I love you so much. And a lot of people do. And Sam, if you see this, I hope you're protecting her so much. Like, really just like protect her, no matter what anyone says or tries to persuade you. Like, just protect her. And I hope Jamie Spears like goes to prison or something after. I hope there's like an investigation into this.